Guys, welcome back, and today I am going to take a look at my FMS LC80. Fun, good-looking vehicle, but everyone who owns this thing knows that there is one major flaw, and we're going to take a look at that right now. The major flaw that we are talking about, you got it, right here. It's this bloody axle. If you guys have this, you know this thing is not very sturdy, and it breaks pretty easily. Ball that goes at the end there. And that's where all the pivoting goes, and apparently it's the steering angles that mess it up. So I ended up buying the part, which was C3701 from FMS, and this is the replacement part here. I actually got this in, but there are a bunch of places that are sold out, and I wasn't sure if I could get any more. And instead of having to replace, I thought about just replacing the entire axle with a portal one or another straight axle from Endura or something like that, but I didn't want to spend any more money on that. These pieces, they're about 15 bucks US, so about maybe $20 Canadian, and it isn't too bad to replace it, but it was really hard to find this and actually get this in because everyone else was out of stock. FMS didn't ship to Canada for some reason. So I ended up seeing that there was another part, which was the C3231. And I wanted to see, it looked the same, but I think it was for the portals. So I ended up buying one anyway, and it actually came in, and I was comparing them. So this is the other part right here. It's a 3231. This is the 3701, and one is for the portals, I believe, and one is for the straight axle. But looking in the bag, they look identical. So I'm gonna tear it open and see if they actually are the same. And if they are the same, then there's a viable solution. If you cannot find the 3701, you can use the 3231. So let me tear it open and we'll have a quick look. The stock axle that broke, this is the replacement 3701. Here is the 3231. I'm gonna throw this in, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna fit. So I'm gonna throw in the 3231 to see if that actually fits. And if you even take a look, this is the stock one that came here and that actually broke. This ball mount is where it actually breaks. And this one fits, no problem in there. This one fits equally as well. So we're gonna give that a shot and see if it actually works. Swivel's fine. Everyone says to reduce it to like 60-70% for the dual rate, so we might try that. There you have it, we got it installed, and this is a 3231 kit. It fits perfectly. So it is the exact same piece as the 3701, which is a replacement part for the straight axle. Yeah, it's the same. And people online were like, no, it's not gonna fit, it's totally different. It's the exact same. It totally fit, yeah. So if you guys are ever looking for the 3701 and they are out, buy the 3231. It fits like a glove, no worries. So I'm gonna throw this on. I am going to decrease the steering, the dual rate, just to be sure. And let's see how this thing goes. Oh, it's working. Crawl in, crawl in. There we go. All right, let's go give this a shot. This is great news because now, again, if you break your LC80, and if you have the new Land Rover stuff, all the new Camel Trophy stuff, guaranteed those things are going to break because everyone with the LC80 is breaking all the stuff. And it's the exact same chassis. Nothing has changed with the Camel. The body's fantastic, and this is why I love the body on this thing too. But you know what, guys? If you have that Camel, guaranteed you guys are going to be swapping these out. Maybe I shouldn't have told you guys because now they're probably going to be sold out of these ones as well now because everyone's breaking them. But in any case, they're about the same price and they work out fantastically. So hope that works out for you guys. So just after installing the new axle, I have to say FMS is probably one of the least reliable trucks I have. One of the best looking trucks I have, but man, everything breaks on here. The axle was kind of skipping a tooth. It seemed like it was skipping a tooth, so I thought it was something busted on the teeth, but this little squared bit goes into here, and you can see there's a chunk missing out there. So it's a bit too much torque. So it torques a bit too much and breaks it, and here's the chunk right there. I am going to try to see if I can fix this with some crazy glue just to try to put it back in there, but I don't want to order another piece in there. It's just kind of annoying. So I'm going to see if I can actually glue that back in there and see if it'll hold. Give it a shot. So we got those chunks back in. I don't know if you can see that. We got him back in. I don't know if this is gonna hold, but we're gonna give it a shot and see what happens. Well, as you can see, it seems to be holding tight for a while here, but I might order that piece. It comes with two, the front and the rear diff gears, and it's about 40 bucks, but as it stands, we'll just rock it until it breaks. Honestly, I'm not too excited about FMS's quality. I think it's definitely more of a trail truck. To try and rock it on the rocks themselves, I think you're looking for some damage unless you upgrade everything. But for now, we'll see what goes, and we'll try to keep it on the trails more than the rocks. All right, guys, take care.